Welcome to today's energy reading for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine and the current union energy that I have here in the middle. I have shuffled all of these cards beforehand and I've just put them on the table. I never peek. I don't know what they are, but I'm excited to get started, especially as we're approaching the full moon in Sagittarius along with the lunar eclipse. So if you're feeling some intense energy, know that you're not alone. And if you're feeling confrontational in one way or another, remember to channel that to a place of resolution. You always want to be going toward love, toward resolve, not towards conflict. Of course, sometimes on the way to resolve, you're going to encounter blocks and all of these things, and it's not to be afraid of that, but it's just to go towards everything from inwardly a place of love, no matter how it looks on the outside, even if it's intense, and if it looks chill and calm, well, good for you. So let's get started. So we're gonna start, let's start today. I don't know, I feel really magnetized to the Divine Masculine card, and I usually always pull the Divine Feminine one first, at least so far in my readings that I've done recently. But yeah, so let's do that. And these all are the Crystal Angel cards by Doreen Virtue. And then this is a Moonology card by Yasmin Boland. All right, so the card that we have, which is upside down for the Divine Masculine, is, let's make sure, there, got the right angle. Cool, beautiful, very nice card. Dolomite, stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. Yeah, so, your thoughts become things, the law of attraction, and it's just like, there's a lot of intense emotion and forms of self-expression going on right now. It's really cool, to see and to also be a part of. And so whatever you desire in your heart and however you're expressing that, just don't turn away from it. Keep going, and don't let ego, ego will take every opportunity that you give it to just tell you can't do it. Like I was watching this ad on Facebook. I was really drawn to it for some, master boot camp on how to sell your course kind of thing. And it was like a devil on one side and an angel version of this woman's consciousness on the other side. And it was like, don't listen to the little devil telling you can't do it, and all of the reasons. Like they did such a good job with the ad, like all of the things that this like devil version of her with, fire and stuff, just some funny effects that she was saying to herself for reasons why she shouldn't start doing what she wanted to do were, they're definitely things I've pretty much all heard before from ego, but, I choose not to listen to that and to listen to what feels good, right? It's not just about an online course. It's just whatever it is that you're being called to do. Why would you be called to do that thing if it's not for you to do? It doesn't mean that you need to drop everything, although if that's doable for you and, you feel called, great. But it's just an invitation to take one more step, and that one step, just like going on a nature trail, sometimes you end up, the nature trail takes you in a different direction than you expected. You thought you were kind of expecting to see a certain kind of scenery, and oh my god, whoa, there's a view there, or oh wow, there's, an animal I didn't expect here, or whatever it is. That's a part of the a part of the adventure. And so, yeah, it's safe to look at it this way. And if you're the divine feminine, then you're going on this adventure with your divine masculine, and it's really important to encourage your divine masculine to stay strong in his faith, and you can just do that by staying strong in your own. I mean, think about 2 times faith, 1 union. That's very strong, stable foundation you're building together. If you're able to truly just, have faith. And being positive, it doesn't mean like just sort of pretending that something that's really loud isn't there. Sometimes it means facing it down. So you have to work through the blocks, right? Like, you just know if something is charged and bothering you and it's keeping you from feeling good, then there's a trigger there and it's something to work through. Whereas if it's just something that it's like easily, just shut it down and it's gone, then okay. So the whole thing here is that we're truly bringing heaven to earth, and heaven is already here. There's no real undoing it. The only thing is that you can experience that if you falter and you choose ultimately weakness. We all have places where we're going to be tested, where they are weak, so that we can be strengthened there. Like, that's because God loves us so much. And so it can look like however it looks on the outside. You never really know until you get there. But the point is that you just love your way through it. There's no other way through the situation but to love. And the divine masculine loves just as much as the divine feminine loves in his own way, his unique way as a person and as the divine masculine. And so, it's just safe to accept him for all that he is, and that it's very powerful for him to stand in his faith. And when you choose to stand by his side as the divine feminine, then you're going to feel more peace and more power. And, so just fall back into that, and it's safe to relax into your union together. So now let's pull the divine feminine card. And we've got some nice lapis lazuli here, nice flat stone, love it. Okay, watermelon tourmaline. Well, watermelon sounds good. That's a nice stone. Stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule, as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. Oh, sounds good to me. I am feeling it. So this is just an invitation to go deeper with what it is that you're truly being called to do. But it also doesn't mean giving up or taking a break, from your life. Sometimes you want to keep going, but you're pushing. Whereas if you just approach what it is that you want to do from a place of truly loving yourself first, for instance, you really want to finish a project, so you just keep going even though it feels bad, and you're trying to be tough about it maybe, or just kind of numbing out. And you're telling yourself it needs to get done, and maybe someone told you that it needs to get done, but if you really feel deeper into it, you don't really feel that way. And you're actually really starving, or you really need to run an errand and it keeps on popping up in your mind like 10 times while you're trying to do the thing. Well, what if you take care of what it is that's in front of you first, that's really calling your attention, that's really calling for your love. And so when you're tending to yourself like that, that's when you can really bloom and you can really feel that stress leave you so that you can give your gift more fully. Because the truth is you do want to give when you feel full and you feel just, that like sense of being filled with light, and it's just like really easy to be in that place and to connect and share whatever it is, even if it's like some whatever kind of project or cooking a meal for your twin flame, for your kids, for yourself. It's just like it can really be anything, but when you really can be in a place of love, then you're putting love into the thing naturally too. Like you're pouring love into it. Who doesn't love like, a painting that you can just like feel the love there, or some kind of homemade thing that you buy like at the farmer's market, like someone's homemade soap that they put like flower petals in, and it smells really good and it's all the best ingredients, and when they talk about it, it's like, oh yeah, they really did this from a place of love. They gathered the ingredients. And you can put this kind of care into anything you do, not just, for instance, a bar of soap to like get clean with. It could be something really grand and big, like thinking about your dream home, like thinking about building your dream home or whatever it is. And so, yeah, that's how important it is to de-stress and to recharge yourself, because you can't radiate when there's not much there to radiate with, because it's like you're being called to recharge essentially. And the truth is, you're always doing that naturally, but like you want to stay in the flow. And so when you start pushing yourself, you're throwing yourself off balance. So then you're going to have to rebalance yourself hopefully as efficiently as possible. And the more that you are able to be in a place of balance, the more easily you're going to be able to harmonize more deeply in your twin flame union, the more easily you're going to be able to live your life purpose, essentially, attract what it is you really desire to attract. Remember, like, things that you attract into your reality, like abundance, and just, sometimes you're thinking about a particular thing and somehow magically it seems to like appear. You have to be open to how you receive things too, right? And so when you're not stressed, it's just easier to receive, and then it's easier for you, of course, to give then too. And you can see, if you look closely at this card, I don't see it well, focus. Here we go. It looks like a group effort with this union, right? And so what a nice depiction there. And so the divine masculine is really supporting the divine feminine in her recharging herself. And he's holding down that like positive vibe for you. So it's really important at this time, with all these intense emotions coming up, to really take care of your emotional center, because you don't want to become like so ungrounded, and if you get angry or something, then you want to be able to just move through that with grace and ease, and be productive with your emotions, right? So Yeah, and it's watermelon. I mean, it's very feminine too, like watery and just like that, yeah, that essence. So yeah, that feels complete, feels peaceful. And this is the union card. So let's see what we have. All these nice crystals. Personal issue reaches resolution. Yeah, I feel like this card, I pulled it somewhere recently in another reading. Not like just in my most recent one, I don't think, but recently. But yeah, so we're about to have a full moon, not in Cancer, in Sagittarius, but this to me speaks to a personal resolution around your foundation. So something around feeling at home, somewhere where there has been some kind of vibration that just doesn't feel right. You've done something there. You've healed something, and so it's safe to just accept what it is that you've done there with love, whether it's outward or inward or both, and to receive from that and just like, again, like kind of relax back into it, surrender to it. And if you feel into it for you and what this means for you, you can probably really feel that feeling where like there really is nothing else to do here. Like, and if there is anything, on the other hand, if there's something that's like kind of like, oh, but this thing, really differentiate if that's ego, just trying to like, something, or if it's like you've been meaning to do something and you need to complete it. There's a pretty clear sense when something comes to completion of peace. So if you have completed the thing and it's come to that point on your end, like essentially the ball is not in your court anymore, or it's in the universe's court if it's not like, in someone else's, just depending on what your personal issue is, then yeah, just completely surrender there. It's safe. And then, if you're guided to take any further steps upon receiving any kind of communication from that or any kind of next step guidance, however that could come, then you'll know. So just surrender that and trust that will come to you as well. And whatever good you're giving, you're also receiving that, and it is growing, it is expanding. So it's safe to feel that, and that's the union of your energy, that's the energy of your union too. The union of your energy. So, that feels really good. Very nice card for the current union energy. Very peaceful. So even if things feel tumultuous at all, or if they don't, know that there's this foundation here. And I mean, this even looks like foundation. And this stone, it's not like one of the ones I generally choose to put on the cards, but it also looks like has that sense of being like a sturdy foundation. It's flat, and it's like a very abundant vibe about it. That royal blue energy. So it goes with the moon too, matches. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my readings, because I do them very frequently for you. And I've got all my links below if you would like your own personal reading or you'd like to work with me. And that's it. So take care, and I will be doing more readings coming up for the full moon and the eclipse. So stay tuned for those. Right. Bye.